Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today I'm going to show you how to install and adjust a clutch cable on our 2009 Yamaha YZ450R. Pretty simple to do. Let's start off by looking at the tools you're going to need as well as any parts that are going to be required. So let's go. Alright guys, this is going to be a skill level 1, but even barely that. As far as the tools go, this may be the shortest list in history. All you're going to need is two 8mm wrenches. Alright, as far as the parts go, if you would, look at our exploded parts diagram. That gives you the clutch cable part number. Plus, if there's any other pieces that you may need for your machine, they're right there, so you can throw them in the cart. So, once you've got your tools and your parts together, we can go over there and I can show you how to get it done. So let's go. Alright guys, let's start by getting to the adjustment, which is about 1/3 of the way down the cable. And what we want to do is minimize that distance so the cable will get shorter, or the sheathing will get shorter, and then we can release it from up at the clutch lever itself. So when you know you need to swap out a cable, well, one of the telltale signs is it starts to get harder and harder to pull. It doesn't go through the stroke very smoothly. Now, that also could be part of a clutch actual problem, but it's a whole lot cheaper to start off with the cable before you start jumping into the clutch. So we've got that adjusted all the way back. Next we're going to head up on the handlebar and pull it out of the adjustment screws up there. Alright guys, first things first, let's get this rubber adjustment collar pulled down, and then you want to get the adjuster itself, and you're going to see where there's a slit in the side. You want to pull up, pull the cable out to the front, and then that adjustment piece will come off the actual handlebar clutch mount. Alright, with that done, get this rubber protection boot, pull it down on the cable, then you can go in and take out where the cable attaches to the clutch arm itself. Alright, now we can go ahead and take that cover off and that collar. Alright, now that we've got it disconnected up the handlebar, we want to come down to the clutch control arm and disconnect it down here. Turn it into that slot and lift out. Alright, what we have up there is just a hook going around this section and then a boot coming up to it. And what I need to do back up in here is pull the boot off and out of that little groove. And once I do that, then we can push the end of the cable through that hook. So, pulling the boot back, it'll push straight through, and I'm just going to pull it through on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and feed it through this other carrier. Alright guys, next thing we have to do is get the new cable routed up where this old one is. And that can get a little tricky, so tell you what I'm going to do is actually tape the old cable to the new cable, see if we can pull it up through. And there it is. Alright, now we just need to get the tape off. You can either unwind it or do like I'm doing and cut it. But if you decide to cut it, be very careful and not cut into your brand new clutch cable. Alright, next guys, we just want to route things back from where the old one came out. Go ahead and get it aimed back down to that clutch arm. And then we're going to need to wiggle it back into that little clamp from the other side and then push the boot back onto the end of the cable. There. Now we can take it, put it back through that little channel, turn it up in there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this rubber collar put back on. Then this cover. And I'm actually replacing the adjuster that came off. It was starting to bind up a little bit. And I probably got it freed up enough now, but I'd already ordered another one, so I'm going to go ahead and put it on. But before I do that, I'm going to put a little bit of grease to the inside of this seal right here, because it actually rides on this surface of the clutch handlebar clamp right there. I think I'm going to add a little bit on the threads too, just to be sure. Bring it all the way in, and leave it aligned like that. It'll just slide into position. Next, we can take the end of our cable, put it into the clutch lever itself, and then bring it through that entire slot right there. All right, at this point, we don't want to adjust it at the handlebar. So what we need to do now is go down to the cable adjustment area that was down on the side, about halfway down the cable, take out all the slack, and then that gives a 0 point for your adjuster up at the clutch lever itself. All right, we're just going to adjust this by hand. All right, guys, we're getting closer. There's probably a whole inch worth of play there, or close to it, before it actually engages. Yamaha wants in between 8 and 13 millimeters. I usually go a little bit less than that. Let's get a little bit closer down on the coarse adjustment, and then we'll do the fine adjustment up here. All right, that's getting real close. I'm going to go ahead and lock down the coarse by putting this pinch bolt against this adjuster right there. Like I said, they're looking somewhere between 8 and 13, but I'm going to show you a trick that I've grown up with. This is just a nickel, and that's where I like to be. It's probably a little bit less than 8 millimeters, but hey, to each their own. So let's bring it out. I bet you that's going to be it right there. It's just starting to engage. Yeah, I'm liking that. All right, next, I want to go ahead and get this protective boot back on it. It slides over the adjuster, and then that bottom section will go up and over the nut where the clutch lever is held on. Next, when you bring up this rubber adjuster, it actually has a little protrusion right here. We want to line that up with this channel on the adjuster, and then just slide it over. And that's it. Well, all right, guys, that pretty much wraps this one up. Well, listen, if you need any parts for your machine, why don't you come see us at Partzilla.com, and we can get you taken care of. Have any questions or comments, leave them in the section below, and I'll do my best to answer them. And hey, if you enjoyed watching me work on this machine and others, why don't you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Keep up with what I'm working on. Listen, we just want to say thank you for shopping with us here at Partzilla.com, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Have a great day.